Train the muscles, not the joints. Welcome back to Natural Gallant Bodybuilding, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about arm curls. Now, there's this oversimplified version of arm curls on the internet going around where somebody has to use super strict form, otherwise they're doing it wrong, bro, and all this kind of stuff. So I got a really stupid comment yesterday, and I wanted to make this into a stupid comment Saturday, but I'm just going to address it right now. This guy yesterday commented on my thing, obviously trying to promote his own YouTube channel, and basically said, hey bro, don't bring the elbows forward, keep those elbows back on the incline, otherwise you're doing it wrong. Well, first of all, make sure your arms have better development than mine before you start criticizing me and telling me that I'm doing everything wrong. Second of all, watch more than one video to actually find out what my individual situation is and why I am curling the way that I am. So the big thing I talk to you guys about on this channel is catering everything to your specific circumstance, because this is going to change the type of range of motion that you use, or the amount of range of motion that you use, or how much shoulder movement comes in or not. So in my particular case, I have that bicep tear on my one side from 15 years ago from a chiropractor. And the other side, I have a dislocated shoulder, which also causes me to move the elbow a little bit more than, say, before I had those injuries, right? Now, this is stuff that happened outside the gym, totally beyond my control, but this does influence how much my elbows will move forward and back during the arm curl. Now, that doesn't mean it's wrong. That's the thing. It doesn't mean it's wrong, but if you look at these things from the simple mind of a baby and you don't really understand how training works or how the body is influenced by a multitude of different factors, then you'll say something really stupid and say, oh, bro, keep your elbows in one position, otherwise you're doing it wrong, bro, right? So I'm here to free you guys from this type of stupid thinking on the internet, so that way you can find the range that is particular for you and the movement that's particular for you based on your given circumstance. So as you can see right here, I'm doing the incline curls and I'm doing them in a hammer way. Now, I don't always do hammer curls at an incline. Sometimes I do them standing up, and sometimes I do them on an incline. Now, lately I've been doing them on an incline because I've noticed that because of the position of the arm, it does take out a lot of the shoulder head of the bicep. So this way I'm hitting a different head and I'm going deeper into failure with certain parts of the bicep, which I'm really enjoying. I'm getting some awesome pumps from it, and I am getting some good development from it. So I encourage you to try it out and see how it works for you. The other thing I am experimenting on, and I will show you in a little bit here, but one thing I'm experimenting with is lowering the incline down quite a bit more, pretty drastically in my opinion, but I have my own particular circumstance which it basically demands for me to go to a shallower angle on the incline curl in order to get the proper activation. Now, this might be different for you. If you go down too shallow, you'll notice that you'll just hit nothing but front delt, and your front delt will burn and it'll overstretch and you'll get irritation in the shoulder and stuff. So that's a sure sign that you're going down too low. So do not do that. So again, you have to find the range that is right for you and find the right angle of that bench that's right for you. So the thing is with bicep curls, how you find out whether you're using the right range of motion for you or not, or the right technique for you or not, is the main thing that I've talked to you about, the weak link principle. What is hitting failure first in your set? That we're dealing with. It depends on the person. Some people, they have to move their elbow forward and back a little bit in order to get the full activation of the bicep. Other people, they find that they keep that elbow back under certain circumstances, it's better for keeping the weight on the bicep, and they find that they can lift more weight and have a better workout that way. So again, always measure what is hitting failure first. If your forearms are hitting failure first, maybe you need to change your hand position. Maybe you need to supinate, maybe you need to pronate, maybe you need to do something different. So movement's different, but even being on an incline, because the arm's behind, you do get a different level of activation, even with the hammer curl. Even though the hammer curl does focus more on this area, not as much on the bicep that crosses the shoulder, there still is a different way of stimulating the shoulder because everything's sitting different. So there is a subtle difference. So that's why once in a while you'll see me supinate, and sometimes you'll see me pronate on incline curls. A really shallow angle for incline curl. So I don't recommend this angle for everybody. It just depends on how you're built, right? Now, after a few sets of this, you start to hit a little bit more failure, so sometimes you do get a little bit more shoulder movement. Now, of course, on my left side, I have a little bit more shoulder movement than my right because of the way my bicep attaches differently, right? But this isn't exactly the way I've always done arm curls, but I always did have a little bit of elbow movement when I was doing inclines, and I did find that it helped activate a little bit more of that bicep because, like I said, the bicep does help bring the elbow forward a little bit, especially on the incline curl. And there are some top strength coaches that actually have talked about the best way to build bicep is to have that arm in a stretch position just like you do on the incline, and then of course you're curling it forward like that. So I find that this actually hits my bicep way better than doing a super strict form type of movement, and that's why I do it. So just so you guys know, you're going to find that your body is going to show you different truths than what are told to you on the internet. There are a lot of people out there that are supposed experts that just try to say this one technique applies and fits to everybody the exact same way. And although those techniques can be a template to work with, and I do believe that there are some steadfast rules, there aren't as many steadfast rules as people will try to convince you of. That's really what I'm trying to say. So I hope this helps you out with your arm curl routines. I hope this helps you build biggity biceps. And thanks a lot for watching. And thanks a lot to the Patreon supporters out there. And if you need to get hold of me, just go to naturalgallantbodybuilding.com and take care for now.